Hey Scrappers, Moose here. Tonight we're going to try something different. Tonight I'm going to be teaming up with the folks at iScrap app, and we're going to go from start to finish. From your scrapper's bench all the way to the scrapyard. And tonight we're going to be taking apart a stove. We're going to see what's inside, probably get some copper. I can show you where there's some silver in there as well. And we'll let the folks from iScrap app take over and let you know how much you're going to get paid for it. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off with the top here and the back panel. We're going to pull that off first. So, as you can see back here, we've got quite a bit of copper wire. There's going to be a lot of little brass fittings in here. These little plugs have brass on the end here. And there's going to be some relays in here with a silver switch. There's some silver in there. So, alright, so on this back panel, you have, there's going to be quite a little bits of brass, quite a few little bits of brass. You're going to see right here on this old one, there's a copper bearing motor for where the clock is on the other side. The clock right there. And in these things, up here and here and over here, I'm going to be looking for silver. I was told to look in there and I would find some. And again, there's going to be some more brass bits in this area over here. So we'll get to that in a minute. And we've got some nice thick copper wire in here. And we've got a little chunk of copper down there, and looks like some brass nuts and some other brass connectors. And right here on the top, there's going to be, looks like another switch of some kind. We want to take that apart. So the contacts in there might have silver on them. And that's it for the main part of it. Alright, back to these ends. We're going to take off the stainless steel ends here. You've got some stainless steel. You've got regular steel. We've got a whole bunch of these little brass connectors. So what you're going to want to do is clip them as close to the end of the wire as you can. There you go. A nice little chunk of brass. There's about 20 or so of those. Alright, so in this relay that I found in here, from what I found online, not only is there a little piece of copper in there, but the tips right here should be silver. So, you don't want to put those aside. Alright, now for this instrument panel, or whatever the panel has all the controls on it. Get that aluminum off here. Alright, so we got this nice big piece of aluminum here. Put that aside. We want to make sure that we're getting all these little bits of brass here. You want to make sure that you keep everything separate. The more you separate things, the more you're going to get paid. Alright, so we got this little copper bearing motor here on the back of the clock. Take that out. And that has little brass screws, and this got aluminum case with steel here, so we're just gonna separate that off. All right, and there's some brass bits on here. You want to make sure you yank those out. Alright, so now that we're done scrapping the stove, we've got a little bowl full of brass bits. Right, it's probably a good, portion of a pound in there. Alright. Got a little handful of copper. Got a couple of pieces of aluminum here. Got some stainless steel. We've got a bucket of wire. A lot of this is pretty heavy copper, thick gauge wire that I'm going to strip down with the WSA stripping tool. And one little copper bearing motor, which again I'm going to take the copper out of the stove. So let's send it over to the folks at the iScrap app team and see how much we'll get for it. See you there. Stop! Don't go anywhere! Comment. Say something. I want to hear from you. I want to know if you think I'm doing something great, I'm doing something bad, what I can do better. All comments are great. Make a suggestion what you want me to scrap next. And see you on the next video.